You live?
What?
You live?
Yeah, I'm live right now. Not
Alright.
now. I'm live. Yeah, it's gonna be my last stream for a fucking while after I announce the shit at the end. But before we get on to brutal and that whole debacle, I want to first talk about FNGR Anthony. Someone I used to work with a lot. If you look at his past streams, I'll say like after March or something, I popped in a lot of his streams, a consistent amount of his streams. I helped him with Predator stuff, and I will now be disassociating with him completely. Um, there we go. Hold on, Twitter's getting spammed. Okay, so a TLDR of what happened with Anthony, since I think it's important. Um, I'm not gonna read this tweet word for word, but I made a tweet on Twitter basically saying FNGR has exaggerated the situation with somebody else to the point where it was a complete lie. Um, some a guy called Stallion Slaughter had his kid fall asleep on a Dakamara. I think that's how you say it. It wasn't lewd. I'll say I had Twilight Sparkle's ass, but it wasn't necessarily lewd. The most I would say is it's possibly suggestive. But this guy Stallion Slaughter, his kid just passed out on it. It's not like he told his kid, "Hey, go sleep on that pillow," or gave the kid the pillow and said, "Hey, sleep on this." No, the kid was just tired. He seen something comfy and soft. He laid his head on it. So Anthony decided to say that Stallion was sexualizing his kid, which that's that was far from the case. And he said that his kid was in danger. Not only that, but Anthony allegedly knew about it for a long time and didn't do anything about it until him and Stallion started arguing on Twitter. And I'm not talking about recently, I'm talking about 7 months ago. 7 months ago, me, Stallion, and Anthony had a call where we all talked to each other, right? And, hello, Butters. Sorry, to answer your question, I'm doing fine. Um, Basically, we all had a call and we talked about it and we agreed to leave each other alone, right? Anthony agreed to shut the fuck up about Stallion. Stallion agreed to leave Anthony alone. And then the agreement was broke. So then because Stallion tweeted about FNGR, FNGR responded, and Stallion sent me a screenshot of FNGR's response saying he's lying again. Can you handle it? I sent the screenshot directly to FNGR because I didn't feel like handling it. You guys have no idea how much of a pain in the ass it was to have these two not yell at each other in the call. And that's basically my involvement with that entire situation. Your voice is overlapping. Is it? My involvement with that entire situation. Are you sure? Just talking normal. Breathe, honey. It's hard for me to breathe right now. She's talking normal for me. Yeah, no echo here either. Okay. You're fucking with me. You're fucking with me. Okay. My Garnet and my server. What is this about? In the void. Sally A. Oh, Wendy, can you check the person who just joined? So that was my involvement with this. Stallion made a video on Anthony. Apparently, I was mentioning it a few times. I just went to the little chapter parts on the side and just seen where my name was mentioned, and I was just like, whatever. I really didn't feel like dealing with it at all. I said some stuff that was inaccurate or complete bullshit. It wasn't my intent to lie at all. It's just with Anthony streams, he instantly pulls you into the stream and he tells you, okay, this is what we're talking about, and then streams right after that. And I was expected to remember a situation that, to me, at the very least, was very forgettable, and that happened early in the year. I believe in June, March, or April, around there. I know, I'm talking speedy. I want to do this stream and get it over and done with. Usually, I like to fucking stream and I like to make it long, but this is one that I just want to finish. I like, because there's an important announcement at the end that I want to make. Now, I'm sorry if I'm going too fast.
You are, hon. I came in.
Huh?
You are, hon. I came in.
Okay. I might have to walk away a few times during the stream. I'm just not doing that great right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Give me a sec. I'm gonna get some water. Brutal. Okay. God damn. Sorry, I'm doing terrible. It's not echoing on my end, so I'm just gonna assume it's not echoing, and hope you guys aren't just fucking with me. um. Okay, so I believe I covered everything with FNGR. Didn't you and Lyle stream or something, or is there another thing I can go to like, um, link all the facts and everything? Do you know, Rouge?
What do you want to know?
Like, if there's another video out there that will basically explain every little detail in the FNGR situation. I know you and Lyle did stream.
Yeah, it was me, Lio, Coyote, and Monstrous.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a stream on Lio's channel that will cover every single detail, back to front of all of that. And I believe Stallion himself is going to be putting out a video fairly soon, sometime this week.
Alright, sweet. Now, Bruto, Ushi Dushi. I'd take a minute to compose myself, because holy shit, I am very emotional right now. But Bruto, Ushi Dushi, me and him had a falling out that originally started in private, and I'm gonna list off the issues on why we had a falling out in a bit, after I give a TLDR. So me and him had a falling out, and he said he needs some time to think on our friendship, and I said, that's completely fine. Take all the time you need. And I fully respect that. If you need to take time away from someone, go ahead and do it. Okay? You're not obligated to talk to anyone or be around anyone. But the main issue I had today, or specifically like an hour ago, was when I heard he was sharing these private issues me and him were having to his servers, in which he kicked me. Well, actually banned me, to be more accurate. Banned me from. And he temporarily blocked me, but now he's trying to say on Twitter that he never blocked me to make himself not look like a pussy or something. I don't fucking know. So here we go. So we're gonna see my response to him. So I'm gonna read what he said to me. Did I screenshot the entire thing? Yeah, okay, I did. Good. I want to make sure I'm not taking anything out of context at all. There we go. Boop, boop. Also, people will say, why aren't you handling this privately? Again, it was originally meant to be private, but the second someone talks shit about my back or starts sharing these private issues to servers that they banned me from to make me look like a shithead, then I don't care for it being private anymore. And I do not care for resolving the situation. Bruto, if you want to resolve the situation, I'm only going to do it in a voice chat, not text. There we go. So, Brutal said, let me make sure everything here is good. Hold on.
Before you get into that, do you mind if I ask just right now, assuming Brutal were able to, would you be willing to let them onto this stream so you could talk in a voice chat in front of everybody?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm just asking because you're here already and Brutal's in the chat, so I'm just asking to make sure that's already clarified.
Sure. But if you want to join right now, I want to explain this, and then you could talk after I explain this to tell me if I was wrong at any point or anything like that. But if you want to join the stream and defend yourself or think I'm lying or wrong at any point, you're completely open. Let me check. You should not be banned from my server. I do not remember banning you at all. Let me just make sure of that. Yep, you are not banned from my server, so that means you can join back if you want. Along with any of your friends if they so please. So, gonna uncover this. There we go. So, this right here. I'm sorry I cannot be around you at the moment because I honestly cannot believe what I am hearing. First, you ask me, how many times have you been raped? Second, you tell me I'm too clingy, not knowing the full extent of my relationship, and now allegedly you talk shit behind my back, saying, I don't know why Brutal's picking up my scraps. I hope to God that last one is a fucking lie. I need to distance myself from you and cannot talk to you right now. I need time to think. I'm sorry I'm not putting this out into the public, but you openly put it in your fucking server. And I'm handling this maturely like an adult. I cannot be your friend anymore. So I responded to this because me and Brutal were in a call, and I responded to this one by one. So the rape comment. I was playing Red Dead Online. And I said that to an NPC that was into incest with their brother. I was
Brutal's here, Ruza.
Okay. Give him the friends role. Give him the podcast role in a minute. Because I just want to explain this, and then I want to mute you. So basically, I was saying, I tried to explain this to you in DMs, but you blocked me. And I said that to an NPC. I said, how many times have you been raped to an NPC in Red Dead Redemption Online? And me talking shit behind your back. I said you were picking up the scraps. I don't think you get the metaphor I was using. I was saying that because everyone always says how you cover predators like Dark Pony, Sunburn MOP Black Shadow. Predators that me and Anthony have already covered. And I just made a joke saying he's picking up the scraps. Me and you joke around and talk shit about each other constantly. It's not like I'm talking shit behind your back calling you... I don't know. It's like there's no malicious intent. It's like friendly fucking banter. Talking shit. That's like what they do in Senate. Would you guys disagree? Rouge? Would you disagree with that?
I haven't been paying attention, hon.
Okay, me saying Brutal's apparently picking up me and Anthony's scraps. Apparently that's me talking shit behind his back instead of just trying to make a fucking innocent joke.
I think I would have to hear both of your guys' side of the story before I could make a
He'll
decision.
get unmuted in a second. And the clingy comment, I said you acted clingy, not that you were clingy. Anyone can act a certain way but not be that way. I don't know. Like, I'm saying you're acting clingy. When I say you're acting clingy, I'm saying you're acting clingy in that moment. I'm not saying you're a clingy person. Even if I was saying you were kind of acting like a clingy person, I would expect you to try to take my advice or try to tell me, hey, I have this going on or shit like that, instead of saying, you don't know my relationship or shit like that. Because people who do know your relationship were DMing me about it and DMing me about how you were complaining. I won't go into detail because I still respect your privacy. But I'll unmute you and you can say what the fuck you want. You're unmuted.
So who the fuck has been talking about my relationship? Who the fuck has been talking about my relationship? Who the fuck? Because if you can't say it to me right the fuck now, then we are done. You have yet to tell me what the fuck I have talked shit about you. You have yet to tell me about that. You keep on avoiding it on fucking Twitter. So why don't you tell me exactly who has said it and what I'm supposed to have said? Because right now, I am fucking furious!
Brutal, you were saying to people that I said to you, how many times have you been raped? Knowing that isn't the fucking truth. Knowing that isn't even half the fucking truth.
First off, you weren't in Red Dead Redemption 2, you were in VR chat. Secondly,
No, I wasn't.
If you wanted to talk in VR chat, you would have muted and deafened yourself so you could talk in that fucking game.
Brutal, I only got VR chat after Wendy went to go house sit a fucking house. She wasn't in that fucking house when I made that comment.
Game! You were on the fucking game as you said the fucking comment. Don't try and make me out to be stupid. I know what I fucking saw.
What are you... Brutal, I wasn't in VR chat. I can
Now
literally...
tell me what the fuck I'm supposed to have fucking said about you. Because that's the point.
Why do you need to say anything about me?
You
Why?
fucking said! You have said the whole of fucking Twitter that I have said some shit behind your back, and that is not the fucking case! You have friends to fucking vent to! I'm allowed to have friends to vent to! Shut the fuck up!
Your entire server? Your entire public server?
private server. Somebody point out to me where the fuck I have spoken in the last 2 days in my public Brutal Universe server. Where? The last message in that server that I sent to anyone was to MLP Steve PvP saying, oh, there's more, and that was to the Black Shadow shit. In my private server with my friends, yeah, I'm allowed to say whatever the fuck I need to, because I was...
Was that my internet or his?
I think it's his, because
His internet's been proven to not be the best.
Okay. Well, while we're waiting, I'll just say... I don't know. Hold on, let me look in comment. Waiting for him. While I wait, I'll say this. When you have a personal issue with someone, you keep it personal. You don't share it in a close friend server with a shit ton of fucking people. 10 people in a fucking voice chat that you're telling this to. I've only told a few people about the situation when it happened. I told Rouge and I think fucking Milky. And that's it. I didn't go into my personal server and start spouting it. I'll wait for him because I feel like this is being a bit unfair. Give me a second, I'm gonna get some water. And now we wait for him to come back because he left the voice chat. Not because he's scared or anything, but because his internet is not doing the best right now. Just to be transparent. Does anyone in the call want to be unmuted, by the way?
Gilded does.
Okay. There you go.
I actually have something relevant to this. Just back in October, me and Brutal had a nice little Twitter argument, and his words exactly, and I can share the the tweet. Anything said in a server is public, not private.
Show me. Because, like, again, I can understand going to select few people, but the problem is you're sharing it to so many fucking people, it might as well be public.
There you go. Right here, I just dropped it in the comments.
It's pretty much just public, not private. Okay. Well, here we go. So, put this tweet here. Let me make sure everything here is good, so...
And if you go into it, there's a whole argument where I go to him about how his Twitter, his server doesn't have the same public reach as Twitter and so forth, and he argues that it doesn't matter. Now he's arguing the flip side of it, where when it benefits him.
Let me try to read this. I'll try to be fair to see his point too, since he's not here right now. Okay. So he said again.
I'm willing to wait till he's here.
Yeah, same. Again, I've already explained my Discord server is public, not private. I opened my server to everyone day one. Nothing in my server is private, therefore I'm allowed to take anything anyone says and make a joke tweet or a call-out tweet on it, depending on what it is. He's referring to his public server, but again, my point is when you're telling so many people about this, then this comes to a point where it's like, should this even stay private anymore? When you're telling people that I said, how many times have you been raped, knowing I texted you, said that I didn't say that to you. I said that to an NPC in Red Dead Redemption 2. I even remember the specific fucking mission in which I said it in. But no, apparently I'm fucking lying. He hasn't proved that I'm lying, but apparently I'm fucking lying. Brutal, if you wanted to make it public, you could have been transparent. You could have said, Ruzo was saying this to an NPC. Ruza wasn't saying this to me. But no, you told people that I was saying it to you. And that's what the fuck my problem is. What else? Is that unfair? Do you, Gilded, Rouge, whatever, Coyote, do you think it's unfair to tell someone that they are acting clingy?
Not particularly. Like, as friends, it's your job to kind of tell your friends the hard truth, even when they don't want to hear it. I've done it with you.
Yeah.
But I honestly can't speak because I don't know
Brutal.
his relationship
Yeah.
or anything that happened or anything. I know what you've told me.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess we wait for him to come back. So, I'm going to cover my screen as we wait. Was there anything else, Gilden?
No, it was just that he's being hypocritical at this point because we had a whole, we had a very long discussion about how Discord servers could be considered private, and he argued
Cover my
the
screen.
very opposite of that.
Yeah.
That Discord is a public domain website, blah blah blah, that kind of thing. So, I mean, it's just hypocritical to now be like, well, I can talk private, in my server privately, and it's not the same as calling you out,
Can I have
But
perms just for when he comes back? He could talk. When he joins back, I don't have to unmute him. So, you're fine.
You can mute me again if you want. I'm fine either way. I just
Oh.
wanted to point. I'm either way. I'm fine.
Als, you
I
want to
just
say
wanted to
something?
point that out.
Okay, Als wanted to say something. Go ahead, Als.
Oh, I don't know. I've listened to him yesterday because I wanted to know what was going on,
Yeah.
I have nothing against any of you guys. I love you and you know that. I don't like seeing him like this. And I agree about the whole public thing, that shouldn't be, that's true. Like, he made it public, and that's not something that I can really argue against, because he did tell people, like, his friends. He didn't keep it between you two. He didn't really want to talk to you about it, all that stuff. But it's just like, there's certain jokes that you don't make about somebody, I guess. And, like, I feel like other people have wanted to say something about that. With all due respect, I just, you have to just not cross certain lines with jokes, and I feel like that's a big thing here.
The thing is, me and him have joked like that to each other plenty of times before. I've joked with I just died right there. Go Get about it, too. And I tell Bruto, no, if I ever overstep a boundary, tell me, and I'll never overstep that boundary again.
Right,
I
but,
didn't.
like...
Hold on. I need to respond to Deviant Crow. Deviant Crow, I've talked to some people, and I decided not to let you on the stream. It's not a fuck you. It's not a eat a dick. It's more just I don't want you on the stream. Okay? It's that simple.
Hi, Crow. Hi.
But go
Hey,
ahead.
Oh, Yodi, bitch.
Hey, did you know your ad flipping yesterday? I did. I made like $60 off that. I'm getting my first AdSense paycheck next month.
But
Get fucked.
go ahead, Als.
Wow, I lost track. I'm both binding. Go
Wait,
ahead, I'll
hold
think
on.
about it.
Apparently, no, Brutal left the server. Okay, so I guess he's not coming back.
Okay.
Like,
Well,
the thing
that's
is,
not fun.
I don't know. I would have even handled it in the server if I was in the server. I didn't even care about being fucking banned because this server it was dead and there was nothing really interesting about it. But the main issue is that like he bans me, and then he tells people about this situation. Not only does he tell people about this fucking situation, he's sorry, I just lost train of thought for a second.
We're good.
Not only does he do that, but just getting banned from a server and then talking shit about me, like seriously?
I don't know what server you're talking about, because like his actual big server, I don't think he talked about you in there. I think he talked in his little small friend one that
His
we were
small
in.
friend one, but the point is there was over 10 people in that voice chat. So it's just like, at what point is it public? At what point am I allowed to fucking talk about this? At what point am I allowed to go to my friends and tell them this is not the case at all, and this is what actually happened? At what point am I allowed to do that? That's why I have to ask people that tell me, you should have handled it privately.
I personally think it's fine that if you want to like rant to your own friends about like, oh, somebody's talking about me, like I think that's fine. That's fair because you're doing the same thing. I don't know if posting on Twitter to like 2,500 people is really the right way to handle things because it's only gonna make it worse. And I know like that's the whole thing about this community is everybody like wants to do that, but it seems like it just stresses everybody out. And it's just a lot.
I don't know. After this stream, I'm not gonna be stressed. I'm sorry if you hear stuff upstairs. For some reason, these kids decide to drop a ball right on top of my room constantly. So you'll have to deal with it. It's more annoying to me. Fucking trust me. But after the stream, I won't be that stressed or fucking shit. And as I told Brutal, I'm only willing to talk about this in a voice chat. I ain't, you said I'd give you time. And like I said, I completely respect giving people time. But when you go on a server and tell all my friends fucking bullshit lies that I said, how many times have you been raped? And that isn't the case, even though I DM'd you and you're just blatantly fucking lying, then fuck you. I don't care about your fucking friendship. You can shove that up your ass.
I don't know about the rape comment. I don't think I ever remember hearing that, so I don't have a voice on it. Like, that's whatever. But what was the other thing that was brought up? I think I heard that.
The rape comment, it was me saying he's acting too clingy. Oh, boo fucking who? Don't act clingy. Don't DM Wendy about, oh my god, my boyfriend is talking to other people and not me right now. Don't DM Milky fucking bitching about it. If you do that, you just look clingy. You're acting clingy. I'm not saying you're a clingy person. I'm saying you're acting clingy. The other thing...
that's another thing too, is he really, like, I'm just gonna speak for him, and I don't know if he wants it or not, but like, he's obviously pretty freaked out right now by all this.
Right.
He really wants to keep you as a friend, and he always really respected you, and like, that, like, you guys have been close for a long time. And I just heard how passionate he was about all this, and as much as it was like kind of probably shitty to like talk to everybody about it, like, it wasn't actually like started by him in the first place. He added his 2 cents about things that he's heard about you say about him recently or whatever. And then it kind of just only blew up at him. So I just like, I don't know. I just feel like it went a little too far and you guys could have just talked in DMs and said, sorry, I'm not going to do this anymore.
That's what I wanted to do.
I shouldn't have done this either.
That's what I wanted to do. He was saying, you said this stuff, I want to take time for you. And I said, you know what, take time for me after I explained to you, that this stuff is either untrue or completely inaccurate. Because I don't want him to sit on information that's untrue. And I wanted Brutal as a friend, but if he acts this self-destructive, I not only cannot recommend him as a friend to other people, but I can't recommend people to go to him in general for any situation.
Right.
Yeah, my friend DM'd me. Brutal saying he's not going to come back in the stream. Whatever. Go scream in your fucking server about me, man. It's just unfair. Completely. Like, Brutal, you can't yell at me for fucking tweeting about this after I constantly get told time and time again that you keep fucking talking about it. And I feel like I'm repeating myself. I probably am because I'm not that stable right now. My mental state is below fucking zero. It has been going downhill constantly. Every day it's something fucking new. And this day, it just had to be fucking you. Or a few days ago, it just had to be you acting like a fucking prick because you can't handle things in private. No, you block people, kick them from your server, and then talk shit about them.
I get that, hon. I know, like, all this Predator stuff is, like, it's just constantly building up, and, like, every day somebody's complaining about you, and I'm sure that's awful. Like, I have no idea what that's like. I feel like in times like this, you guys need to be able to talk and communicate in order to deal with other things. And I know that's not all your fault. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying as a whole, it's important to get along for this stuff to work out properly.
Brutal, I've done more to try to get in contact with you than I've done for anyone else I've contacted Wendy and told her, hey, Brutal blocked me. Can you fucking talk to him? Can you explain to him this voice chat could be really fucking quick? Less than 3 minutes, he could go about his fucking day.
I
And
don't know if he was gonna. Oh, sorry.
Go
Wait,
ahead.
we're done. I was just gonna say, I'm pretty sure he blocked you in that moment because he was really fired up and he didn't want to talk to anybody because he kind of left our call for a while and stuff. I think I don't know if he was planning on unblocking you, but it seemed like it.
He did. He did block me at a time, which is why I didn't attempt to contact him privately again. Cause just like, you're blocking me. What am I meant to do at that point? Somehow get unblocked? That makes no sense.
Yeah. Sorry if I sound shaky. This is like a lot.
I understand. Like, sorry, I'm just trying to think, because again, my head's all over the place.
Right.
I considered him a friend, but
He...
like with FNGR, like with Bonza, he has these insane fucking breakdowns and destroys friendships. And I quite frankly can't have that at all.
It's stressful. That makes sense.
It's self-destructive, it's stressful, and eventually if he continues with this bullshit, it's gonna kill all his friendships. He could think, if he could stand there confidently like, I'll be fine, but no. It happened to Anthony. It happened to fucking Bonza.
Yeah.
Brutal could take time to himself. But here's the thing. Because I've been in places like Brutal before. And here's what I understand. Except for right now, because I'm online right now. But, let me explain. I'm sorry. That was confusing. But I've been
Go
in
ahead.
places,
Take your time. It's fine.
I've been in places like Brutal. Like, I'm in a worse place than him right now. Usually, I would be avoiding drama, I would be ignoring it, and I would just be spending time with the people close to me. I'll be handling private situations privately, probably vent to it to 1 or 2 people, which those 1 or 2 people just happen to be Milky and Rouge. Brutal can either do a few things. He can go offline when he's having these fucking breakdowns because they're just self-destructive and gonna fuck him in the end, like they're doing right now. Or he could get help to try to fucking stop these from happening. That's the 2 choices I see. Is that unfair?
No, definitely not. Like, I don't know what his situation is. I do think that he needs a little less stress in his life because it's all building up.
Yeah.
And he feels like with a lot of things he's trying, again, that's me speaking for him, but it's just from interactions I've had. Like, he's trying his best to kind of cover all this hunting stuff and, like, whenever something new is brought up, he's like, oh, I have to get on that because I have obligated myself to protect kids and whatever. And that can really get to anybody, and I think certain people react to it differently. And, like, I know that's probably scary for other people. Like, with you, you're like, I don't want to be yelled at by him, like, constantly, because that freaks you out. Like, it's too much. But, I don't know. I do agree with what you said about, like, if somebody's yelling that much, they should probably get help and, like, take it easy and stuff.
Yeah, because, again, Bonza did it. FNGR did it with Brony Inspector, which... Am I being fair on that, Coyote? I want to ask you directly. Am I being fair on that? I think he's fucking AFK. Oh, you're here?
Oh my god.
You're lagging pretty bad.
Holy shit.
Beep boop.
You mean the like, is that what you're comparing this to?
Yeah, like the self-destructive behavior.
Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
What?
Okay, my internet's just kind of being really shit. Can you hear me now?
I think you're good.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
I think his shit's completely dying.
Okay. Uh, uh,
Oh no.
so basically, you're comparing the situation between you and Brutal versus FNGR and Brony Inspector.
Yeah, like
Is
his
is that
not really situation, more of his behavior, if that makes sense. Coyote, blink.
holy shit?
Yeah, your shit's dying, man.
Can you hear me?
Holy fuck, bro.
This is
Yeah.
incredible. I love.
God damn. Someone DDoSing you? Are you good? Like.
It could be. Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Am I good?
Yep, you're fine.
Am I good?
You're
Okay,
good,
so
you're good.
to ask like the 50th time to see if this works, are you talking about comparing you and Brutal to FNGR and Brony Inspector?
I'm comparing the behavior. Yeah. Isn't it?
I mean, I don't fully know what the situation is between you and Brutal. Pardon?
Oh no, go ahead. Sorry, you just was delayed. I thought your internet died, but continue.
Okay. I don't know fully what the situation is between you and Brutal, but I do know that as far as FNGR and Brony Inspector, that in order to compare that, you would. It's difficult to explain without actually explaining because I'm not going to make it public
Yeah.
because it's not my place. But if you were to compare those things, the only way it could possibly be comparable is if you threw something that was completely emotionally just shattering at somebody, or they did that back to you.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, emotionally shattering in the sense that, like, people generally just throughout the span of their life don't recover from something like that. So unless it's something like that, I would say that there's no possible way it could be comparable. Like, it's not possible.
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Fucking hell.
I think trying to make that comparison, just in my opinion, based off of what the situation was between those two, if anyone tried to make that comparison, it's one of those things that, like, it's insulting to the gravity of what FNGR really did there, because that was
Yeah.
just wildly not okay.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. It's just Brutal isn't malicious like that. I think
I
there's just a
know
bad
Brutal.
moment going on here, you know?
Yeah, I know Brutal isn't malicious. What I was saying is like the outbreaks and self-destructiveness, which that's the main point I was making. Is like they both have self-destructive behavior. A situation between me and him isn't as severe as Brony and Anthony, but the behavior is kind of the same with the self-destructiveness.
Well, yeah, and I guess in terms of it going out of nowhere and both of you freaking out and like heading to social media and like just kind of and then stream and then everybody comments and then it gets public and then everything gets ruined. I think in terms of that, it's definitely similar. I don't know. I don't consider it the same in some other ways.
I wanted to keep Brutal as a friend, but I was thinking all day yesterday when that shit happened, is it going to be healthy for me? Is it going to be healthy for my future friend groups to have him around and have him, show this type of behavior?
That makes sense.
Yeah, sure, go get. I could talk to you after the stream. That's completely fine. Yeah. Okay.
He has made it clear to me about. Oh,
No, I was just saying. Okay, go ahead and say what you're gonna say.
no, I heard somebody leave and I thought it was you. I think that he made it very clear to me that he doesn't want it to be this way and stuff. So I really do just think it was like a moment of. I know I keep saying that, but it's just like I could sense the passion that he had, kind of with like how he was talking to us, and like he just kind of lost it a little bit over this because it's stressful when like somebody has a platform like you do and stuff. Like, oh, I hope that I don't say something and then it explodes, like somebody doesn't do something because it's never fun, like to be told by like 2,500 people maybe that like you fucked up or whatever. So it's like, oh, what do I do now?
Yeah.
And I'm just speaking from what he's probably thinking. I, again, don't really know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It can make anybody act up all of a sudden, and then you're like, whoa, I didn't know this person did this.
Yeah. Take this with a huge grain fucking a Titanic assault, because I barely remember this, but I remember when a server called the Dog Pound exists, he would freak out and yell at people for simple jokes. I remember this one person trolled the entire server, like an individual person one by one. I might be completely wrong, dude. I barely remember this. Again, take this with a grain of salt. I wouldn't even believe this, to be honest, because no, I'm not even gonna say it, because I literally don't remember it, and I don't want to say it, and then everything turns out to be untrue. So just forget what I fucking said right there. Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
I hope that it was good for me to join this. I don't know if I just offered a bunch of useless information or not, but I know he was kind of stressed, and I wanted to share some insight on what he was saying.
He should know how I work. He should know. No, he should know. He does know. He does know how I work. He does know that if someone talks shit behind my back, that's instant public right there. There's no hesitation. Eat a dick. He was telling me, I want to resolve this. I was telling him in a voice chat only. And I still stick by that. I'm only willing to do it in a voice chat. Why? Because I don't like typing a lot. That's my only real reason. I do not like typing a lot. And I know with you, I'm going to have to type entire books over and fucking over again to get a single point through your thick fucking skull.
I personally believe that some people were worried that you were going to record it and post it, so that's why he was like, I don't really want to talk because it's not gonna go as well. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say that because you can screenshot text.
Yeah, that's true. But...
yeah.
Well, you saw how he kind of, lost it a little bit just now. I feel like maybe he would just be able to handle a little better in text. Just from his own, preference.
No,
but, it does depend on what you both want.
I don't like typing a lot. He knows that. I never type a lot. If there's a situation, I always tell people it's VC or fuck off. And I'm always going to stick by that. Whenever if I get in a situation with someone and, it's important like this one, then it's VC or fuck off. And I'm still sticking by that. VC, fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should move on from Brutal. Don't know what the fuck else to say.
I don't really either.
Well, the last part of the title says the drama community. You could just talk about drama.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing.
And how much I hate it because the drama community.
Or you could open up the floor to some blood sports. That could be fun, too.
Yeah.
You got 50 people watching now.
I mean, if anyone wants to comment on this, be more than open to let you in my server and talk on this. Only a few people can talk here, so that means you're not gonna get bombarded by the entire fucking server. So I'll give it about 5 minutes, see if anyone else wants to comment on shit.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check the welcome list. I should probably actually do that.
Yeah. Especially because a couple of people left recently from this.
Also, Brutal, as for who's telling me shit, telling me shit about your relationship and stuff, I just hope you know your friend group is my friend group.
That's also where a lot of the problem lies, is a lot of us don't really know how to react to this.
Yeah, so a lot of them just tell me, hey, I don't know what's going on here. I want to be transparent with you because you're my friend, so here's the information. And I'm just like, that's good. Oh, you gotta be transparent with someone when you have friends and shit like that. So, the drama community, I'm leaving it completely. I will still be doing call-out posts on Predators. Hold on, seems like something that should have been handled in DMs, not taken to public, but each around. Go earlier into the stream and you'll see me talk about that. But I'll be leaving the drama community, mostly because I see the drama community as a pack of wolves. When they get hungry because they don't have people like Deviant Crow or shit like that, they'll just start attacking each other over the stupidest fucking bullshit. Not only that, but I need my mental health to recover completely, Because my mental health has been on decline, like I said earlier in the stream, has been on decline for so fucking long. I mostly blame quarantine, but still.
I mean, you're not wrong about the drama community. I mean, if you've seen, like, if you've been even casually paying any attention to it, people tend to bandwagon off of what's very popular to make fun of or to, like, make commentaries on in that regard or rants on, and they just sort of, like, devour it until there's nothing left, and they move on to the next weakest in the herd, and they just kind of move up the ladder that way. Like you saw with, I think, Sonic 93, I don't know what her fucking name was. Deviant Crow's getting it right now. Like, pretty much everybody's making videos just completely trashing on Crow because Crow's an easy target. But that's kind of where the drama community always goes. They find the weakest of the herd, they eat it, and then when that one's gone, they eat the next weakest.
Exactly. Sometimes they eat their own for stupid reasons, like saying retard or dumb. God, that fucking fucked me up.
Speaking of which, I actually wanted to mention Crow. I noticed you were losing about 20 subscribers today. I don't know where they went, but coincidentally, I gained 20. I just wanted to point that out. You know, it's a weird coincidence. Really makes you wonder. Gets the noggin jogging.
Noggin, jogging, hogging, wogging. But I will still be making posts on predators on my Twitter. It's just I won't be actively hunting them anymore. If anyone comes to me, and from this point on, I'm not going to be hunting them anymore. If anyone comes to me and says, I need you to, make this known, I'll say, okay, if the evidence is good enough, I'll make a tweet. But when it comes to drama and stuff, I need to focus on my fucking self. Which is why I'm saying right now that this stream isn't really going to affect me. Because I'm just going to ignore mostly everything that happens. Unless Brutal responds. Depending on how the response is, I'll probably respond. Probably not, because it'll probably just be filled with stupid, dumb bullshit.
Well, depends.
Yeah. So, is there anything else?
I do not have anything else.
Okay. Blake, did you want to say anything, or because I know you like to say stuff in the streams? Also, I'm gonna link Blake's shit in description if I remember. Because he brought me Red Dead Online, so he goes bottom of the description, but it's still part of the description.
Just real
You
quick
guys gonna buy the
today.
games?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Just real quick. One, on its day, and two, I'm actually glad that you're stepping away, and my dog, because it's not just me, but a lot of people have been kind of worried about how your mental health has been. So, you can only go up from here, my friend.
Yeah, the Brutal was a snapping point. I just I was thinking, should I announce it? Should I not announce it? I'm just like, at this point, I don't care. I'm just gonna say it. I'm fucking done with this shit. Brutal was the snapping point for that. So,
Yeah, it's like Steve says in the chat. Just focus on taking care of yourself for right now.
Yeah. Still willing to talk to Brutal, only in voice chat. So, yeah, believe that's the end of the stream. I'm gonna go take it easy. Become a fat Patrick Star on VR chat and harass people sexually. So,
Oh no! More of this.
thank you, everyone. People don't know how fucking dark my jokes are in private. But thank you, everyone, for joining. Remember, I can't say certain stuff on YouTube. I was going to say, let me mute myself and OB. But, YouTube
That shit was funny.
YouTube wouldn't appreciate